Hey everybody, this is Ashley with Publish with Ashley, and I'm here to welcome you to my YouTube channel. And today's show is all about KDP categories. How do you find the right KDP category? How do you find what the KDP categories are? And how do you add those 10 extra, well, 10 total, because you can add 2. So the first thing I'm talking about, I'm here, you can see on my screen, I am at the categories on my the bookshelf when you add a book, right? So here's where you can choose categories. So I just had that on there from something else I was doing. All right, so you can generally, your low content books are going to be nonfiction. It even says in the rules, TOS kind of, or best practices of KDP, that you do not want to mix fiction and nonfiction. They take those things really seriously, so you want to find categories that make sense, that provide the best customer experience. If you try and game the system, and I know a lot of people like to add categories that maybe don't necessarily apply, then you're not supposed to do that. And eventually KDP will find you, because someone's going to complain eventually and they'll find you. All right, so what are these categories? These are the categories you can choose from, and these are pretty much the accepted categories. These are ones that the library system and just the system in general in the US has. Okay, so these are pretty standard and they aren't really going to change. They might change as maybe new categories or new things are introduced, but they are going to be pretty stationary. They aren't going to change very often. Whereas there's another set, and we're going to talk about Amazon's categories in just a minute, because these are like I said, these are kind of the standardized ones across the board. Libraries and things like that use them. Other booksellers kind of use these types of categories. But Amazon, because it is a search engine, they want the customer to have the best customer experience, and so they like to divide categories up into maybe more specific or more categories. Those categories on Amazon will change more often because they are controlled by Amazon, and thus they can change them when they wish. But right here, when you're just choosing your first 2, this is kind of all you got the choice of. So you're just going to go through and decide. Like I was going to do the example of, let's say you're doing a planner. We were talking about planners in my last show. A planner for Methodist women, right? So maybe you have some quotes from the Bible that are appropriate, or maybe there's another text or something that you have quotes for, or something like that within your planner. So what you're going to do is, what I would do is go through nonfiction, and you're going to find kind of the best. So we're talking about religion, and let's see, it's not really a biography, biblical references, biblical studies. Maybe that would work if you have okay, so maybe you have New Testament quotes. Okay, so that would be appropriate. And then what they also have for religions is, here's Christianity. It has like all the different denominations. So you may want to specifically hit, Methodist there, and hit save. Now, something else to know is, you can see I was making a journal at one point in time. This is like a really old listing. I kind of use it as examples now, but let's say that you want to get into a specific category that maybe Amazon has listed. They also not only choose categories based off this, but Amazon will also pick from their categories based upon your keywords. So if there is a category you want to get into, you should try and make sure that those keywords or those specific keywords are in your keywords. So let's talk about some of those, and I'll kind of show you. So how do you find the other categories, right? I'm just on Amazon.com, and I've hit bestsellers here because it's easy to get to. I hit this just because I find it's easiest to get there that way. There's probably maybe a faster way or something, but that's what I do. Bestsellers, and then I just go down here to books, okay? So it's going to pull up the books, and look, there's all these categories. This is much, 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 much more, and there's subcategories in each of these, okay? So this is kind of how you would find the more specific categories. So let's look, we were talking about Christian books and Bibles, so let's maybe hit here and see if we can find anything on the Methodist. So now under this, I've got Bibles, Catholicism, worship and devotion. Okay, let's try worship and devotion. Maybe your planner has some more, a devotional type, or it has pages to put devotionals. They could do that sort of thing. Maybe that's what you've got going on. All right, so you can pick maybe, right here. Let's say you have pages in your planner that they can write or develop devotionals, or you have a devotional that you've written in there. So you can do that sort of things. And that's all about making your planner more specific. All right, so here is bestsellers and Christian devotionals. So this is a category you would want to look for. So let's look at this. We have books, Christian books and Bibles. Then we're under Christian living and devotionals. Okay, so that's kind of where we are. That's kind of what I would call the string of, it's basically the string that gets you to that specific, best-selling area. Okay, so you could pick something else. Maybe personal growth is better. So, or maybe that's another category you think might work for your product. Like I said, you want to make sure whatever you choose, it makes sense. So again, books, Christian living, and personal growth. That's the string we're talking about when you're trying to be more specific, to kind of get to these bestseller list, to get to the train. Okay, so what you can do is you can definitely do that. Another thing you can do is look on BookBolt. I am logged into my BookBolt account. BookBolt's really cool because it's a time saver. If you guys are interested in BookBolt, you like the features and stuff. This is one of the many features. My favorite is the Book Scout. I really like that. Helps kind of find out other keywords and things that other your competitors are kind of ranking for. And then I love the products because I just look through the products and I look through the keywords just to get ideas. And I think BookBolt's really a good time saver, but it is definitely a time saver for the categories. So I'm going to click categories, and remember I'm going to type in Methodist. Okay, so Chris, this gives you the category that right here that you're actually going to get on here. So it can save you some time to find this. Nonfiction, religion, Methodist, Christianity, Methodist. Okay, so that's what BookBolt will get you for these KDP categories, which is really helpful because I know trying to find the drop downs in that is really helpful. Another way I do it is I will actually go on to Amazon and look at books in my niche and see what more these categories, what are they showing, number one ones, or what are they showing up on. Let's go back up to, where was it? It was devotionals. There we are. So what I would do is I would go on and look up, what word? Worry less, pray more. Okay, so let's say I have a devotional. I know I started out with the example of a planner, but say I had a devotional, or whatever your book is. I would basically look at my competitors. Here's a prayer journal. Go down, and here we go. See, it says it's in Christian devotionals, where we were, and Christians women issues. So okay, I thought, I didn't check out Christian women's issues. Maybe I'll check right there and see if my book would fit into this sort of category. And yet again, I can now look and say, okay, it's again in books, Christian living, and women's issues. Okay. So that's where this is, and that's what you would use. All right, the next thing to know is, okay, how do I go about actually adding the categories? I got how to add these two categories, right? The two ones, but how do I add these extra ones? How do I get up to 10 categories added to my book? All right, so what you do is I am on this is actually my report section, but I've just scrolled all the way down to the bottom to Contact Us. And I'm going to click Contact Us. And this is super simple. All you're going to do is click contact us. You're going to click this first one, Amazon store, and oh look, the very first one, because it's really common, update Amazon categories. Okay, and then it tells you how to do this. It says you want to format, you want to have your ISBN or ASIN, right? So, and then you want to tell where the chain is, books, literature, contemporary. And then you just need to add them in a separate line, right? So you just follow the directions. It's really simple. And remember, you're going to go back to this books, Christian books and Bibles, and you're going to find where yours fits, right? So you have to give them the whole chain, right? You can't just give them part of the chain. The same is true if you have an ebook. If you have an ebook instead of a book, we're talking books here, but ebook's the same thing. You would just do ebook, and then whatever category is the ebook, you just give that whole chain. So that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm so glad you guys are here and you've been watching. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. This question was actually from one of my viewers. So thank you for asking this, because I know categories can be confusing. But like I said, the most important thing is to make sure your category is relevant. Would your book fit in there? I know people do it the other way and they put it in a category just to get a bestsellers badge, but I would not do that unless it actually makes sense. Amazon will eventually find you. I know they haven't done it in a while, but I think about 6 years back there was a lot of people who got into trouble for things like that. So I'm sure it's coming around again if Amazon sees that the process is being abused. So do try and make your categories relevant. Do try and put them in to the right category instead of just trying to get a bestsellers badge. Remember, you want to keep your KDP account forever, not just make a bunch of money for a few weeks, or not even a bunch of money, possible bunch of money for a few weeks or a few months. But definitely try and put things in the right place and do the right thing, because you want to keep your KDP category for your life, and you want to be able to continue getting, passive income and royalties for a long time. All right, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much. Please let me know if you have any comments or questions, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.